Retro Car Guy 530 LLC presents the Chevrolet SSR Tech Session discussions that took place in San Jose, California on Saturday, August 25th, 2018. The main presenter for this Tech Session discussion was Dick Belleville, also known as Dictator on the SSRfanatic.com website. All opinions expressed in this video are made by the person that makes them, and they are not necessarily the opinions of Retro Car Guy 530 LLC. In this video's description below the video, you'll find that there are links to the various topics within this video, and there will also be a link to Dick Belleville's Microsoft OneDrive Chevy SSR Tech Library, a wealth of information that you should check out if you're an SSR owner. You are advised to review all documentation supplied with any part obtained for your vehicle. Make sure you clearly understand the installation instructions and follow them carefully. Please review the automotive information, repair, and modification guidelines on this screen. Seek the advice of a repair professional if you're unsure how to perform any repair or modification safely and correctly. All repairs and modifications are performed at your own risk.
The roof was designed to operate for 10 years, and their criteria was the roof would go up and down twice a day, 365 days a year for 10 years. Our roof has exceeded those parameters. Their theory was you come out, you put the roof down, you go to work, you put the roof up. Get out of work, you put the roof down, you get home, you put the roof up. So and they did it 7 days a week, 365 days a year for 10 years. Hell of a roof. The pump is virtually indestructible. It's all run on ball bearings. It's all run on ball bearings, so they don't have any bushes and braces. Now the reservoir, that's a different story. That thing's made out of plastic. And after 10 years, it gets kind of brittle and wants to leak, and I can show you some of the horror stories. And you can't get the damn reservoir. So I got together with a machine shop, and we're using different material. I think they called it Dyron or something. I don't know.
Dyron.
Thank you. It's more pliable and very durable.
Right.
So anyway, I spent almost a year playing with it, and basically you got to copy the dimensions to the 1,000th of an inch for the sucker to work and not leak. Trust me, been there. Okay, so now we got reservoirs, so you don't have to worry about reservoirs. The compartment from American Sunroof Corporation was built in the box on the floor, and then they lift it and they set it in, and it's got 10 bolts that bolt it down inside. It's a self-contained unit, so it's awesome. It's all adjust. I mean, I'm bragging about them, but I'm not. Cabaret Hydraulics, a little different from Top Hydraulics, who did mine, by the way. Mine was the first truck. And let me tell you real quick why I did all the cylinders. 2 reasons. Gary Metcalf had his cylinder leak, and the first cylinder that's going to leak 99.9% of the time, first is 2 lift cylinders for the roof. So his was leaking. He had the extended warranty, went to the Chevrolet dealer. The insurance company said, no, we'll just repair those 2. We're not. And Claude at Cabaret Hydraulics, and we were trying to convince him to do all 8. Because my theory is, okay, you take an 8-cylinder engine apart and you fix 2 cylinders and put it back together? No. So anyway, they would only pay for that. They went ahead, they spent like $2,800, the insurance company, whatever, to replace those 2. It worked 3 times. And then it blew another cylinder. Because it's always the weakest link, what you go back. Now, that said, if you want to gamble and just do the 2 roof cylinders and hope the others last for a while, that's okay. So this insurance company had to pay again to redo the other 6 cylinders and put them back in. Someone used stop leak in their hydraulic system to, yeah. In fact, I was talking to,
Stop working.
no, it worked. It stopped the roof completely. Yes. Oh, I was talking to Zig at Copper Hydraulics. He said, the guy put in stop leak. He said it stopped it all right. The roof, I'm only talking about the roof because it is more than likely gonna, if it hasn't reared its ugly head yet, it will. But it's really not ugly because it's already served us 10 years.
Yeah.
And at some point in time you have to repair stuff. I mean, they even put a new valve in me, So as you age, things are gonna need to be fixed.
You already got me thinking about stop leak, actually. Run by O'Reilly's and get a pint.
Yeah, we did find in the process of working on the trucks that the CH11S hydraulic oil that you can buy, you can go to the dealer and pay $55, or you can buy a can for $20. So, you got to be careful what oil you use. The roof is designed. The roof is designed when you push the button, and the console buttons are the ones that we have for our windows, etc. are almost indestructible because they have 2 points in the top, 2 points in the bottom on a pliable, almost rubber printed circuit board. Very reliable. They'll last a long time. That said, the plug that plugs in over time, electrolysis, whatever, can get corroded. We've seen where a window wouldn't work, and what we finally had to do was twist the little pin just a little bit to make it constant. Yeah, it's still working today. So those are pretty damn reliable. So when you push the button for the roof, it starts out electrically. It starts releasing the roof and starts to pump, unlatches the roof cover, and the function, starts. After you close your roof or stop up or down, within 30 seconds, all the pressure is relieved in the system so that you're not riding around with 2,000 pounds of pressure on all your hydraulic hoses and everything. It's a great roof. It's an awesome job. That doesn't mean it'll last forever, but so it relieves itself, everything is light, and then when you push the button, it re-energizes, and the pump is self-purging. Always takes the air out. So when you see the oil on your floor, you've got a leaky valve or a leaky reservoir. I haven't seen a pump fail. And Zig says, and Claude says, pumps are almost indestructible. Because the manifold has 16 hoses in it. And you've got 4 solenoids on your pump. Each solenoid drives 2 of the hydraulic cylinders. I've only seen 2 solenoids fail. We had just one a couple of weeks ago. And what it was doing was you would latch the roof. Everything would go down, latch, the double ding, ding, ding. And then the 30 seconds and the oil would release. And the roof would come unlatched. Because it wasn't, the solenoid is designed like a
check valve?
Well,
so in other words, it lets it go, and then
what happened? Yeah.
After it's locked, it doesn't go back.
What happens? I was talking to Zig about it. What happens is when you turn the power off, what it does is this solenoid has got a up position and a down position with always dropping back to neutral. And neutral means, like you said, it lets all the oil stay where it is. Well, this particular solenoid would go to the down position, and then when it would shut off, all the other solenoids would go and lock everything in place, and this one wouldn't do it. So the spring was bad. We changed the solenoid. The solenoids are interchangeable. Doesn't make any. If you're having a problem, you can pull one solenoid, put it in the other hole, and try it. See, you know, because it doesn't
See,
make
something
a
Yeah,
different
it
happens.
works, yeah.
Yeah, see if something different happens. You got metal clips in here.
Yeah, those are on the hinges when it
On
flips
the
up.
passenger side, you got hydraulic hose and wiring. On the
This
driver's
moves.
side, you just got the hydraulic hoses. If this will chafe, go ahead. And what happens is when it chafes, it sends a short to the roof door module. Shuts everything down.
Point open. Either way, it's gonna.
You have a problem.
Okay.
And then the ones you said, if that was to
Here it is,
happen,
hydraulic hose repair.
if that was to happen, to get the stainless steel ones,
Yeah,
you could.
what happened is in this clip. Go ahead.
And that is right.
You can see where it broke through. This is the wiring, that's the hydraulic hoses. You run them through a wire clip.
So
We
that-
took
Plastic clip.
a old milk carton,
Yeah.
plastic milk carton, and made a U shape and slide it in
in
underneath.
between,
Just
yeah.
gave it a sleeve.
I was gonna say they should have made that rubberized or something.
Yeah, you just line it with a
No,
little bit of
they
like
didn't.
that dipping stuff.
You should
they
have
have
used
to
plastic
use
or
that.
something.
Like you said, try to use whatever's.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you can see where you're cutting. Keep going down, you've got to loosen it up, cut some fire out. It is up here on this hinge. Here's the part that Zig makes. Zig is a German, he's excellent. I mean, you can eat off the floor of his shop, I mean, gosh.
It's a couple.
So
You don't happen
he-
to have any of those with you, do you?
No, I don't.
I'm hoping that's all I need.
Well, and this will repair, that's a hell of a lot less expensive. When you tearing out a motor and pulling wires apart from the line. Go ahead, he shows you how to put it together. Hold it, do one end. There you go. See, it just screws together. He uses the sandpaper to hold the hose so it won't slide. And you slip it on, onto the grommet. And it's, the connector.
There is no sanding of hose.
Yeah, he's just using it as a grill.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And here you are when you end up.
There's the mechanical
And it's a
connection.
nice clean fix. And then he put some kind of tape or stuff around it to protect it. And then he used 3 rolls of tape, I guess.
And a few tie wraps.
Yeah.
But he put it together. But that's a hell of a lot less expensive
Yeah.
fix, and it's a good fix, it's stainless steel.
So where do you get this?
Cabaret hydraulics.
Cabaret hydraulics, okay.
Raise the,
Okay, stop right here because I want to explain to you guys. You know the latching part on your latch for the roof cover?
Yeah.
You have this, we call a head screw, but it's a magnet. And it's a permanent magnet. It's in that, go ahead. And that has to line up with the Hess switch. And what I mean by that is when it comes down, on the door that you take off for the T-latch switches, is a Hess switch, which means a halt effect switch in the roof control system. Inside here, there's a Hess switch, got 2 wires on it. What it is, it's a coil inside. There's nothing to break or go bad, or it's a coil. And what it does is sense the voltage out of the roof door module, and as that changes because the magnet on the latching arm moved away. Now it's got a different voltage. So these Hess switches don't get bad. You may have a broken wire, you may have a bad connector, but the Hess switch itself, the one that they just showed you, does not go bad.
It's reading reluctance.
Yeah, and we discovered that, and we see, and you're always sensing the RDM, roof door module, senses the position of the roof in its function as it goes through. So it's looking at the cylinder. Okay, there's your Hall effect switch and your micro switch, which gets stuck because it got a little rubber boot on it. And there's three switches, the two T-latch switches, one on each side, and the bed release has a micro switch. And the one in the bed we've never had a problem with, but these we have. And if those three are not connected in series, the roof won't work.
Got an open circuit.
Okay, yeah.
Mine was in the sticky.
So it's sensing this cylinder. These are the Hall effect switches, Hess switches, which is a magnet, snaps down on here, make sure they're down flush. Because if they're not, it'll read the wrong voltage. Because it's reading that piston as it
This
goes
is
in.
the outside one, you said
You got-
it usually fails first.
Well, the lift, the main big cylinder lift. So this Hess switch, now, most of them have two Hess switches, one up and one down, and it reads the position of the cylinder rod inside as it slides up and down. And that's how and it's part of that timed mechanism. So you got two of them in there. So this switch says it's all the way out, and this switch says, okay, bring it back, or however it goes. The oil runs both ways.
What if your back hatch is off just here?
If your back, what?
Back hatch is off just here.
The bed cover
Yeah.
or the roof cover? The bed cover?
Yeah, bed cover.
What do you mean it's off?
It's off by maybe an eighth of an inch or so where it's just.
That's not gonna affect the operation of the roof.
That's
because-
adjustable
no.
inside on the hinge.
Right,
That's on the hinge. Okay.
Yeah, right on the hinge.
but the sensor is on the latch.
Yes. Oh, I see. Yeah, the micro switch is on the left.
Okay.
There's a bed latch module. Go ahead, Lance. See if you put any more pictures in. Nope, that's it. Yeah, okay, see. Do you guys know, and I'll check your roofs for you tomorrow. You guys know you've got gas, i.e. pneumatic shocks. You've got 8 hydraulic cylinders and 2 pneumatics on them. These pneumatic shocks are rated for 130 pounds of weight. And what they do is assist the roof to lift, and more importantly, they buffer it when it comes down. Because the OEM hydraulic cylinders that lift and bring down your roof don't have any seal or buffer at the bottom of the cylinder. So what happens is as these get age and lose their 130 pounds of strength, when the roof goes down, it doesn't slowly stop the roof from going to the bottom and it goes tunk. But when it does that, that's like a jackhammer on your hydraulics, because these are weakening. 130, that's 260 pounds, okay? It helps you lift the roof and buffer it coming down. We had these made at SST. Mike and I worked on this tool. I did the install, and I would critique it and send it back to him. Go ahead, Lance, change it. And it's easy to do. You can do it yourself. It's not a hard fix. Go ahead. It shows you how. I tried to show you how to take it apart. You can get them from Simple Engineering, or if you live near the East Coast, I've got them. That's my neighbor Marv, who had he made one of those kit cars, a 34 Ford pickup or something, and he saw us having so much fun with the SSR. He owns a red 6-speed. He's had it for several years now. So it's even marked, so even I can't do it now.
Well, that's the installation tool.
Yeah.
Bracket.
So you can
Wow.
compress them.
What happens is they're trying to take that pneumatic cylinder and press it 130 pounds and snap it in there.
They
So-
never get completely extended.
Yeah, they always got, because they help hold your
You're
wood.
gonna have a little extra.
Very good point, Dwight. It helps hold your roof flat.
So they're shipped in those things because they are under pressure already. Oh, okay.
And you can't, I suppose you guys could use a pry bar and a screwdriver or whatever, but this is so much easier. You snap these on, go ahead, you'll see how it snaps on. Snaps on at the bottom. When you take the old one off, you unsnap the top one like this. Just bend it down and pop off the bottom, because it just goes on like your bed struts. It holds your bed cover. It goes on the same way. And then you have two people holding the roof and lining it up so that you can get it into the slot. And once you lower the cylinder, the pneumatic cylinder, the tool drops off.
Yeah.
This is where it goes on.
You snap it in at the bottom,
Snap it into the bottom, up at the top.
and then
Thank
up
you,
the
Dwight.
top, you move the roof just enough to get it to
It makes
hit that notch.
Right.
And once it hits that notch, the tool falls off. Very cool.
Then you
Yeah.
grab the little guy by the ankles and lower him down in there and grab the tool.
Well, you
Boogie's
actually,
not
you
there,
got your
that's right.
hand on it, and you're doing one side at
But
a time.
anyway, I'll check your roofs tomorrow, and I'll tell you if your roof goes down and there's no sound or it's within what you think are the right parameter, you don't have to change it.
Okay.
But
Well, then
if it isn't,
you gotta send the tool back to Mike.
yeah,
Oh, there's always a catch.
Yes.
Yeah,
is that the end? Yeah,
That's the end.
that-
Yeah.
because
So-
they weren't cheap to make.
So if when the roof sets down, and then it starts to cut into that insulation on the bottom,
No.
does that tell anything that those things are goofy? No.
No, that,
There's two lockdowns. There's two lockdowns in the bottom and the floor for the roof. When you put your roof down, you drive it with the top down. When it gets near the bottom, they latch to hold the roof as best they can from about, see right there.
Yes.
This is my pad. And there's only one of these push buttons holds that pad. Everything else is Velcro. Mine's all been soundproof because I wanted to get rid of the road noise. And that's what you're experiencing.
Yes.
Just take a closed foam piece, because you can't use like that ceramic sponge that will just disintegrate. You gotta use a closed cell piece of foam, that real thick, heavy.
Something that's dense,
Right. Yeah.
Pardon?
very dense.
Yeah. And just cut that and glue that in your fine.
What did you glue it with, Dick?
I use the clear silicone caulk, just stick it down. But
You use that for everything.
yes, I do.
Or I bet you that 3M would work too, Dennis. You know,
Oh, the
like,
weather strip
yeah, the
stuff?
weather strip stuff that you use. You know, it's the same thing like if you have the letters that go up into the,
Yeah, it's the black weather stripping adhesive.
the whole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what also works is flip-flops. Buy a cheap pair.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm serious.
That's a Florida fix.
Buy a cheap pair.
Honey, have you seen my
Keep
flip flops? No, what?
Don't look in the back.
We've reached the end of this roof description and repairs video. Please check out the other videos that came from the same tech session by looking at the playlist Chevy SSR Tech Session, August 25th, 2018. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time and you want to, please subscribe. Click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Please follow Retro Car Guy 530 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks for taking the time to visit the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.